Hello and welcome back to Cooking with Ollie. Today we are making poffertjes, also known as Dutch mini pancakes. So it's actually going to be really quite simple. Come on over. We're going to show you the ingredients right here. So what we're going to need today is quite a bit of milk. We have a poffertjes mix and we got some eggs. We're only going to need 2 eggs, not all of these. So don't be worried. But yeah, we're going to need some eggs and then also some olive oil for making it all oily in there. Now, what you want maybe extra as well is some poedersuiker, it's called in the Dutch. It's basically a little bit, yeah, it's sugar and maybe some butter for the poffertjes when they're finished. Okay, so what we're gonna start out with today is making. Oh no! So we're gonna start out with making the mixture here. So what we're gonna do is grab our little poffertjes mixture package right here. We're gonna open that bad boy up right here. There we go. And we're gonna put it all into our bowl here. Once again, just like with the pancakes. I mean, they are mini pancakes, so it's quite similar, this part of the process. So we're gonna add in the mix. And there we go. Alright, and now what we're going to be doing is dividing 800 milliliters of milk from the package here, because that is the amount that we need to add into the bowl here with the mixture. So let's take the milk here. We got 0.8 right here, and we're going to fill it up right to that point. So there we go, nice. So that is 0.8 of a liter. And we're gonna add that right in with the mixture. Take a little look here. Ooh, alright, and we're not finished just yet. Because with this, we're gonna add in the 2 eggs straight away as well. So we got one beautiful egg right here. Oh. Make sure no shell goes in, of course. And then we have another egg. And there we go, no shell went in. I'm pretty certain. Alright, there we go, nice. And well, what we're gonna do is we got our little mix thingy over here again. Just like last time with the pancakes. And we're gonna plug this bad boy in and start mixing it again. Now, you know how we do this. You wanna go in with the mixture first and then start stirring it. Otherwise it goes boom. We've had that happen before. So we'll go in and start mixing it. And there we go. Okay, there we go. So you want no chunks to be left in there. And this is looking really quite good if you were to ask me. So we're gonna put the mixer away now. And this looks like a pretty good spot to me. There we go. And what we're gonna do now is we have our little poffertjes maker right here. Yes, I know, these are quite required for this. So you wanna flip that bad boy on. No, well, in order for that to work, you do, of course, need to plug it in. There we go. So yeah, you want to flip that bad boy on, just like so. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to take this little flingy flonger, and we're going to dip it in some oil. There we go. And we're going to oil up the whole poffertjes maker here. So just make sure every little spot has a little bit of oil. Now this is just normal olive oil. Nothing special about it. We just separated it already so you can nicely dip it in here and then go all around like so. Okay, so an important next step in order to make this a lot easier, we got a little tube thing over here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour our mixture into this thing. Now, I'm not a professional at this, I know, shocking. So I'm gonna do it over the sink, just in case it goes wrong a little bit. So we're gonna go here and slowly start pouring it in there. There we go, look at that. And you want the whole tube to be completely filled. There we go. As I said, I might not be the best at this, so a little bit of it did go sideways, but that's fine. You wanna put this little tube on there, there we go. And we're just gonna clean this all off straight away, because you know, otherwise it just become bigger and bigger of a mess. Then I'm gonna dry this off real quick, there we go. And there we have our little tube of mixture. So what we're gonna do now is take this little tube of mixture and slowly start filling in all of the Poffertjes holes. Now with our one, we want to start out with the outer ones, like so. You want to fill it up basically to this point right here, but maybe even a little bit less. So you want to fill it up right to around here. That's nice. And then you go all around on the outer ones first, and then on the inner ones, at least with our Poffertjes maker, that's necessary because our inside is a little bit hotter than the outside. So yeah, we need to start out with the outer ones. So let's fill them all up here. Alright, and there we go. Now, as you know, I'm really good at cooking. That's why we're making these videos, right? To show you how it's done. And basically none went over. Now, if it does happen that a little bit of spillage happens, that's okay. You can either cut it off with your fork or just leave it be. But hey, right now this is looking pretty good. We're gonna give it a hot second here, and then once it's all starting to get quite hard and not so mushy anymore, then we're gonna flip them over. Oh, 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 oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, jeetje. Alright. So you know how I like to do things on the Cooking with Ollie show here. Sometimes I like to show you how to not do something. And so today is one of those days that I just had to quickly show you how and why you should add more oil in there than we just did. Because now they're all stuck and they're all ruined. So yeah, this first batch, as you can see, it's not looking good. I mean, this one is looking pretty decent, but it's not looking good. This is not what you want. And the reason that it went wrong like this is because I didn't put enough oil in there. So there you go. That is now a lesson for you. Come on, that's now a lesson for you. Of course, we did this completely on purpose because, hey, I like to show you how it's not done. So yeah, we're gonna fix this up real quick, and then we'll start the second batch. Okay. The pan is all cleaned and ready for a second try here. As I said before, you now know how not to do it. So this is how you should do it. You get a good amount of olive oil. You really make sure this thing is nice and mixed in there. There we go. And then you want to add in a lot of oil to each and every one of these. So that is what we're going to be doing now. Make sure that they're all nicely buttered up, so to say. So now, this should be enough. But there's only one way to find out. So anyway, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna start filling them from the outside inwards again. And yeah, well, let's just have a little prayer here, I suppose. But yeah, there we go. Alright, look at that. They are all perfectly filled in there, not a single drop of spillage. And that's of course to show you that once again that first batch was on purposely done wrong. Because I mean, somebody that could do this, there's no way they make those kinds of mistakes, right? Anyway, as before, we're gonna give them a hot second now in order to be ready to flip over, and then we'll flip them over. We have our first one ready to be flipped over. Oh goodness. Oh, there we go. Oh. Basically perfect. There we go. And look at that. That's looking quite nice. So yeah, you want to basically spot and feel around a little bit when they are ready to be flipped over. So I think this one is just about ready as well. So let's take it. Oh goodness. There we go. Hey. Okay, so we do believe our pen is a little bit broken. So they didn't come out exactly the exact way we wanted them to turn out. But that is okay. It's okay because at least you now know how to make poffertjes. And you definitely know how not to make poffertjes. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you learned something, and we'll see you all in the next one. So bye bye, bye.